Do you like hanging out in your grandpa's bar, huh? Mm-hmm. Just chewing up your pretzels.
For you, sir. And for the lady.
Ah, thank you. One for the lady and one for the gent. Lunch is coming up soon. Your Aunt Siobhan is taking over the place, you know.
Ah, that'll be the day.
Does she like rye bread?
Oh, why don't you ask her yourself?
Oh, I can't talk to kids, honest.
What do you say? Hmm? She says rye bread'll be just fine.
Okay, I'll have her lunch ready in just a minute. I'm taking the chickens off the bones for her.
She, volunteered to take over for Maeve.
Wonders will never cease.
Ah, maybe she's working on a new leaf. We had words yesterday. Maybe it did some good.
Ah?
She pulled a wise guy stunt in front of Father McShane, embarrassed her mother, and I suggested that she might grow up.
Ah, she's still talking to you. That's astounding.
Listen, Siobhan and I get along very well. She knows I see right through her, but she doesn't mind because my name isn't Ryan.
Well, that might be some advantage for now, but I doubt if there'll be any great lasting influence, because Siobhan is Siobhan is Siobhan.
Hello, people.
Hey.
How's the form, Faith?
Oh, fine. Right now, anyway. I have an afternoon off.
And Riverside owes me a few hours, so the missus and I were off to the park. But first, we wondered, is the famous Finn McCool about?
Well, now he's
No,
with...
wait a minute. I never get to see Ryan unless I'm giving her a shot or something. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, isn't she precious?
Oh, yes. What a wonderful age. Jack, may I?
Oh, of course, of course. Yeah, have a little practice.
Hello there, Ryan. Oh. Do you remember me? You know, we know each other since way back when. But at your little age, that's not so long ago. What a pretty dress you've got on. So becoming.
Siobhan! There are some people here who would like to meet friend Finn.
Oh, sure, just a sec.
Would you believe that I'm going to have a little daughter of my own? Or maybe a son? We don't know yet. But either way, I hope you're going to be great friends.
Now, please, behave beautifully. Come on.
Mr. and Mrs. Desmond, may I present Finn McCool?
Oh, dear, that's a dog and a half, isn't it?
Splendid. As noble as he is big. Worthy of the name. Would you look at that heroic face?
Happy to meet you, Finn.
Maybe we can have one of those too, huh?
Please, one edition at a time.
Hey, I'm sorry I missed your party. I didn't get a chance to say congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you. We'll talk soon.
Now, much as I hate to give you up, we can't afford to lose any more of that sunshine.
He's going to make a wonderful father.
Can I fix you a picnic lunch, Faith?
No, thank you, Kevin. I think we'll hit the hot dog stands today.
You can't. Hot dogs are high in sodium.
With him around, do I need an obstetrician?
When the time comes, yes.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, we'll see you all later.
Right.
Have a grand day.
Ladies and
Enjoy. Oh, Ryan must be starving. Oh, no. Ryan's lunch.
This is a late shift. I probably won't be home for dinner till after 8. Look, you're not worried about staying alone all this time?
No, it's okay. I have a lot of things to do.
Delia, I would be happy to buy you a Monopoly game. Look, I'm not sure it's safe fooling around with $4,800.
$4,700, I gave you $100. Now, I have the money like this because it's much easier for me to deal with. Okay, now, this pile, this is my checking account money. Now, I'm going to use this money until I'm making my own money. This is my walking around money, right?
Oh, I see.
Okay, now we have my savings account money. I'm going to have a timed account. I get a lot of interest, and I can't get at it and spend it.
Marvelous.
Okay. Also, I get a free toaster. See? Look at this, free gifts.
Dee Dee, I don't mind you using my toaster.
Well, I don't need your toaster. I have a toaster back in my apartment. See, what I do is, I have the toaster, and then I sell it. I get a clear profit, right?
Yeah, but on the other hand, what if you want to draw your money out of the bank early? I mean, maybe the bank will want their toaster back.
Well, what would the bank do with a used toaster? Look, don't talk about this anymore. It's really mixing me up. All right, now, this is my investment account. Now, I invest very conservatively. Good stocks. Not one of a kind, though.
A diversified portfolio.
That's exactly it. Okay, now this is the very tricky pile. Now, I might have a terrible problem with this. I want to make a bundle on this. Right? $1,000.
Oh, 1,000. Hey, that's a fairly large proportion of your capital.
I want to double this money. Now, I take $1,000 of it, put it someplace safe. Then, with the other $1,000, I just play around with that same $1,000 till I could afford to play around with more.
Well, suppose you lose.
Well, I might lose, but I don't think I'm going to. The problem is, how do I double this money?
Why don't you try Vegas or Atlantic City?
No. I don't want to gamble with it. Okay? I want to do this very, very intelligently. See? In the Wall Street Journal here. I mean, this paper is so great. I mean, it's all about money. 2 pages there, it's all about what you were talking about before. Well, soybeans, stuff like that, you know.
The commodities market.
Right. I mean, somebody out there is making a lot of money.
Gamblers.
What?
Believe me, Dee, any investment that stands to double your money is a gamble. I mean, it's as risky as the games played in casinos. Now, look, suppose, for example, that against my better judgment, you take this and decide you want to invest in commodities futures.
Do you mind?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Now, you take that little stack downtown in your hot little hand, and you go to your broker and you say, I want to sell short in iced broilers.
What?
Chickens. Actually, you'd be selling the chickens months before you owned them.
What am I going to do with chickens?
Well, you see, actually, that would be a contract to sell the chickens at a given price. Now, you're betting that maybe 6 months from now, the price on the market for those chickens will go down. Then, you'll be able to buy them at a lower price. Now, after which, you turn around and you sell them for the price on your contract.
And then I make a profit.
Exactly. Unless, of course, the price goes above the price of your contract. Now, at that point, the person who really wins is the person that you have to sell the chickens to at below the market price.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, who ends up with the chickens?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, as long as I'm not the one who ends up with the chickens, it's okay. I don't think this is going to be so hard.
Oh, don't kid yourself.
No, I mean, I think it takes just money, I would guess.
No, it takes nerve. Look, Delia, a very small investment in the market can bring on lots of big action. You have to be prepared to take enormous risks. Now, Delia, I have an axiom that you can engrave on your heart. Maximum profit needs maximum risks.
Maximum profit, maximum risk. You know, come to think of it, that's not going to be so hard to get used to.
How so?
I'm used to taking a lot of big chances. I mean, a lot of crazy things to get Patty to rescue me all the time.
Well, there's certainly a parallel there, but remember, ultimately, Dee, you lost.
I lost. But I lived through it, didn't I? So losing money isn't going to hurt me as much as that, you know. Anyway, how could I lose? You know, you've been so wonderful. You've been such a tremendous help to me. Thank you.
Are you trying to ruin my life? What did I ever do to you? I rescued you from the streets of Seattle. I brought you into a loving home. It's not as though we don't feed you. You go through about 1,000 pounds of dog food a day. I have trouble enough holding my own in this family. I don't need this. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll make Ryan another lunch, huh?
No, save it for the customers. Peanut butter sandwich would do it just as well.
Oh, why don't you get the message? Dog food in dog bowl on the floor. Fin food on the floor. Up here, it's people food.
Maybe he only speaks Irish. Maybe you ought to tie him up.
Yeah, maybe I ought to put him in a straitjacket like Mary suggested. Mary's right. She's always right. It makes me crazy.
Where's the peanut butter?
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll get it. You know, I think it's hopeless with me and little babies. I was really trying to relate to her. I wanted to do something special, you know. Serve her a great little lunch, Ma's chicken special, rye bread, rice, and butter. Oh, there was peas on there, too. How did he get up those peas? Well, I thought she'd think, hey, this Siobhan character is just okay. You know, food equals love.
She, scares you a little bit, doesn't she?
Yeah, I guess she does. Well, kids in general, I'm fine, but it's just those little tiny ones. They're so needy and helpless, and they cry, and you don't know what to do. They can't tell you what's wrong. I used to babysit for Kathleen's little kids when they were just tiny little babies. There I was, all set to major in education and psychology, and there they were screaming their heads off. I didn't know what to do. I tell you, if I ever had a kid, it better be born about 3 years old. By that time, it'll be a person and can carry on a conversation. There. How's that?
Nice.
At least there's no waste in this kitchen. Finn.
You're wrong, though. Babies are people right away. Ryan was her own person the day she was born.
You weren't there, were you? Oh, Jack, I'm sorry. Listen, that wasn't meant to be a zing. It was just stupid.
It's okay. The fugitive father, I still kick myself.
Oh, well, I can see where your head must have been. I mean, never having a father of your own, it must have been kind of scary to try and be one.
No, it turned out to be not as bad as I thought. You know, mainly the question is to be there when the kid needs you, that's all, at this stage. The thing that surprised me the most about babies is what a trip they are to be around. I always thought they were blobs.
They're not?
Hey, listen, kid's got a real fix on the world. Ryan laughs a lot, right?
Yeah.
She's also got this dead-on stare. Now, I'm convinced that she can see right to the center of things, including me. But she doesn't make any moral judgments. Things that affect her directly. Oh, wet diaper, empty stomach, she yells. Otherwise, you do your thing, she does hers. No big expectations.
I guess it kind of works both ways, huh?
How do you mean?
I mean, she's a baby, and you expect her to act like one, and outside of a couple no-nos here and there, you pretty much let her function naturally. I mean, she can't really disappoint you.
I guess that's so.
She makes you proud by not having to put out any kind of special effort, just by being yourself.
Proud? No, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I know, she makes me want to open up more to the rest of the world. See, I like my privacy.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, well, I like to be by myself in my apartment, have all my stuff right where I want it, and shut out the rest of the world. But sometimes Ryan and I are there together alone. And Mary's gone uptown to play press person for Frank. And Ryan just sits there, having a wonderful time, laughing, waving her arms. I look at her and I want to pick her up and take her out on the terrace and yell to the next 10 blocks. Hey, will you look at this kid? She's terrific.
And she's yours.
On loan. Nobody owns anybody.
Hey, that's terrific, Finelli.
Yeah, well.
So on the whole, you're in favor of babies and fatherhood?
Absolutely. Best thing that ever happened to me. And if I don't get her lunch, we're going to be hearing from her soon. Oh, I bet you thought we forgot you, huh?
Due at the hospital.
could be late.
I could.
You've been nice to me. I want to be nice to you.
No. No, not yet.
Do you have somebody else?
No.
Then why won't you make love to me? Am I ugly or something?
Revolting. Delia, you are a beautiful, attractive, delightful woman. I'm doing this for your own good.
Don't do me any favors, okay?
And for my good as well. Look, if and when we have a sexual involvement, I want it to happen naturally. I want it to come out of a mutual adult desire, not out of gratitude for a lesson in money management.
See, you're making something out of it that it's not. You know, you're analyzing it. I wasn't thinking that at all. I just want to make love to you.
So do I.
No, you don't, because if you did, then you would.
You simply cannot conceive of postponed gratification, can you?
Why must you use these big words all the time? You know, I think that you use them to cover up your real feelings. Now, in order for me to understand you, I've got to wade through 10 feet of 10-syllable words.
Now, you are becoming frighteningly perceptive. Delia, I want you. And I'm appalled at my own decency in the matter. It's just that we have to wait. Otherwise, it could be a giant step backwards.
Why? Look, I'm different. I know I'm different. I'm growing up. I know it.
You're growing, not grown.
Oh, I see. I see. You're going to tell me when I'm grown up. Well, suppose I'm not here. And suppose when you come back to the house tonight, I'm not here.
Delia, that's slipping into old patterns. That little speech constitutes emotional blackmail.
Oh, yeah, you call it what you want to call it. I am in control, though, and I'm not going to stay if I don't want to, and I'm not going to stay where I'm not wanted.
Delia, I hope you will, and I hope that you put together a tempting and delicious dinner that we can share tonight. We can share other things, Delia, in the meantime. See you later.
Maybe.
Glorious, just divine. Oh, that was the best afternoon I've spent since, well, our honeymoon.
Good. Now, you sit down and rest.
Tom, I am not an invalid, merely pregnant.
Merely, indeed. Now, Faith, you sit down there, please.
Yes, sir.
Now, one for you.
Thank you.
And one for me. And the rest for the kids, one each.
The kids?
Ours. We left them in the park, but they'll be along soon.
1, 2, 3, 7 of them?
Mm-hmm. Megan. Peggy. Maury. Matthew. Sean.
Like that.
Seamus.
Oh.
And Courtney.
Courtney?
I thought your side should get to name one, and that's got a nice wasp sound.
Courtney Desmond.
The little one. The apple of her daddy's eye.
Oh, I thought it was a little boy.
Well, either way, we had 3 boys, 3 girls, and 1 more for the sheer luxury of not caring what sex it was.
My. Do I have to go through this 7 different times?
Nope. Pegeen and Maureen are twins.
Oh, good. Now, which one's the oldest?
Matthew. Now, he's a serious child.
Well, it's a serious responsibility being a big brother to all those. But they adore him, right?
That's right. They mind him more than me sometimes.
Well, I don't want him too serious. I mean, I want him to have fun.
Oh, no. Matt can be a rare cut-up. Did you see him put that half popsicle down his sister's back?
Which sister?
Pegeen.
Of Pegeen and Maureen, right? Are they identical twins?
No, they're fraternal as different as day and night. Now, Pegeen is all sunshine, and Maureen is the dreamy one.
And what comes next?
Sean, with Seamus following close behind.
I'm getting tired.
No, by this time now the bigger ones can take care of the little ones. And me, I'm an enormous help. And we share everything. You know, Sean is a bit of a tough guy. He gets in these scraps all the time, and I take him with me to the gym.
Does he get angry?
Sometimes. But we're working it out of him. On the other hand, Seamus is a very gentle boy. He wrote his first sonnet when he was 8. Now, Sean teases him a lot, but he's able to hold his own. Who's next?
Megan.
Ah, yes, Megan. Now, Megan is our version of Siobhan.
Oh.
Very lively and outspoken. She makes more noise than the whole lot of them put together. But she's got a kind heart. And she's very gentle with her little sister.
Courtney.
Courtney. A very special child. Just like her mom. I love you.
I know.
It's going to work, Faith.
You make me believe it.
Now, you just sit back there, relax, put your feet up, and I'm going to get you a large pitcher of lemonade for the whole family.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, Tom?
Hey, Faith. Faith, what's wrong?
I don't know, but it hurts.
This Thursday, a long-term relationship needs a short-term miracle. Sounds like a job for the guy who wrote the book on relationships. An all-new Greg Barron's Wake Up Call, part of Sugar Free Valentine's, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.